Hey guys, DoSMS back with you again. Today we're going to look at a complete in-depth analysis. The last video I did on oilseed radish was just the plow oilseed radish, and then using the fertilizer slash planter slash cultivator. It fertilizes while it cultivates and plants all at the same time. This is the only fertilizer I will use on this run. Will just be the fertilizer with the planter. And we will compare this harvest, and my field needs plowing as well. Let me show you this. I'm on field 15 right here. The field needs plowing as well. So this will be just the barley that I'm planting. Barley and one coat of fertilizer only. And we will check the yield. And then we will do plow, fertilize and plant. Use the weeder on the first growth stage. And then fertilize all three stages as well. I didn't do that in-depth of an analysis the last time, so I thought I would go back and do an A-B, and we're going to use the exact same field, so there is no guesswork. We're going to use this field right here. It has not been changed. It is the same size you get with the factory when the game loads up from the start. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now, and we will see our comparison when we get ready to harvest. And I said barley. It's canola that I'm planting now. So canola, not barley, canola. This is going on. I thought I might add that I'm gonna do all the steps. This is just planting it. It needs plowing. This is just plant and harvest. The next step I'm gonna do is plow, plant, weed, fertilize in all stages, and do a complete analysis of the two. Then I'm going to do one without the weeder, just to see if it actually makes a big difference in your crop yield, because it says that it yields better crop or better quality crop. So let's take a look at it real quick just to be sure. This is the one I have. I did not buy the one with the fertilizer in it, as I could not afford it. I do not use the money tool, so everything I'm doing, I'm having to play and build up money and buy new things to show you guys. So I bought this one, which is it's a 12 meter working width, which is nice. This one is only 9, but you also can fertilize your first growth stage as you pull the weeds out. So that makes a difference, I guess. So weeders pull out weeds between small grown crops, improving the field's state. It can only be used in the first growth stage of crops. So I want to know how much difference it actually makes. So we're going to do just a bare field, not plowed, just the crop. Step 2 is going to be plow, plant, fertilize. First growth stage, we're going to weed and fertilize all 3 stages there. The third step is going to be it'll be a plowed field again, so it'll be plant and fertilize at the same time, and then we're just going to fertilize all three growth stages from there. So should have a really in-depth, very thorough analysis, and we're going to use the exact same field all 3 times, so there is no variation whatsoever. All right, guys, almost finished. I do want to go back and show you that this field is unplowed. So I'm on field 15 right here. You see my cursor over here. Field 15, it is unplowed. You see it needs plowing. And the only fertilizer it's getting is... that's cool. I know you can turn that off. That's nice. The only fertilizer it's getting is the first layer of fertilizer that's in the planter. When this gets finished, I'm going to speed up time, and then we'll be ready to harvest. And I'll show you once again before I harvest that it was an unplowed field, so that you don't, there's no guesswork here. Everything is shown, all that kind of stuff. So, all right, guys, as you can see up in the top right-hand corner there, the time is sped up to 1:20. So we're gonna jump over here and grab the harvester. Man, that thing is loud. Jump over and grab this and get ready to harvest. And I will show you again in just a second once we get to the field that I indeed did not plow. The only fertilizer it got was the first stage of planting, fertilizing at the same time. I feel like that's a pretty basic one. It starts you out with a fertilizer, I do believe, small one. As you can see, I got some mods here, placeables, and that is seeds and fertilizer, so that I don't have to run to the store every time I need it. I can just stop by there and fill it up. Again, it is a little more expensive to do, but it is well worth it so that you don't drive back and forth to the store, have to transport the things over. It's just super nice. As you can see, the rest of my fields have just popped up with the Oilseed Radish, so that's nice. I may go ahead and start those while I'm waiting on this to grow, but either way, show you the field here, so that you know that I am getting ready to harvest an unplowed field that is just planted with canola. There you go. I'm gonna go start planting these other ones while I'm waiting, and we'll be back to this one. As we hit our first growth stage, this is normally where I would go through with the weeder, and I will in the next step of this, but this is where I would go through with the weeder and the fertilizer. As you can see, the field's really light colored, really light colored dirt. It gets darker when you fertilize, so this is going to be unfertilized all the way through, and we'll see what kind of yield we get. Alright, we're in our second growth stage now with canola, and as you can see, still light colored fields. Let me hit these headlights here so you can see. Still really light colored fields, no fertilization, nothing done. Just waiting on it to finish growing so that we can harvest and see what the yield is with a bare field, unplowed, no fertilizer. All right, guys, we have a full-grown field here, and it was never wasn't plowed, no fertilizer used except for when I was planting it down. As you can see, I got a helper doing that one. So we're gonna go ahead and harvest this, and we'll see what kind of yield we get from it, and go from there. We'll go on to step 2, I guess, plowing and replanting and using everything on it that we can possibly use, and see what happens. Alright guys, we're about halfway through this field here with the no plow fertilizer weeder or oilseed radish. Oilseed radish. And as you can see, well, we're a little over halfway actually, and we're barely at 57%. So I don't even think we're going to fill up the hopper in the what's this thing called again? Oh man, I'm brain dead today. Harvester, the combine. Yeah, we're not even going to fill up the grain tank in the combine. It doesn't look like, or the harvester, whatever. Needless to say, the yield is going to be fairly low if you don't do something extra. So I'm just curious to see how much the weeder actually helps out. This is my first attempt at doing an ABC comparison of all 3 ways to do this here. And I mean, there's 100 different ways you can leave out one of the steps of fertilization in 3 growth stages, or leave out the oilseed radish and do the other ones, or leave out just the plow and do everything else. I mean, there's a million different ways you can do it, but the most logistical way to do it is if you don't plow and you just plant and then harvest, and then if you use the plow and the oilseed radish and everything, and then and the weeder, and then there's one doing it without the weeder, because honestly, who would think that would make that much difference to have to pay $34,000 or $87,000 for an extra tool that may not make a difference? I wanted to try it. I wanted to do this video for you guys, so I spent an extra $34,000. You can see I'm in the negative right now, and I do have helpers hired just because I've been over here doing working on these guys. I bought 2 sheep, so I've been working on those guys, so I had helpers hired to do this. But I mean, you can honestly say that maybe the weeder is useless and pointless, and we're gonna find out. That's what I'm on a mission to do here. I'm on a mission to find out whether it actually helps or not. Because if it doesn't, there's no point in spending your money on it, right? And you would like to know that before you go through the trouble of buying it and wasting money. So that's what I'm here to do. We're almost done with this one, and then we'll start plowing the field. All right, guys, we finally know the answer to an unplowed, un-oilseed radished, and unfertilized and weeded field. It is 7269 with a bare field for canola. We are using canola. Everybody knows. Your crop yield is going to vary depending on what crop you're using. So this is a canola comparison, but this will still tell us whether we get more or less. So it doesn't matter what crop you use for an AB. But I'm going to go ahead and empty this guy here. 7269 is our total. So and I will screenshot that so that I will remember it later. Because I will not if I don't. As you see, I already got the guy going in the background with a plow. Let's jump back over to him. So already got a plow going here. I'm going to take this canola and dump it, and we will start over on the next one. Alright, the field's done plowing. Finally. I forgot how long that takes to do. I'm just going to park this guy right here for right now. We'll grab the seeder, and we'll start with the Oilseed Radish. And I will come back to these fields later. So I'm thinking that I know canola doesn't give quite the same yield as other crops do. Oilseed Radish, there we go. So I'm thinking that we should get about 14,000, hopefully right around double, maybe a little more. That's my hope anyway. So we'll see in just a few. Hey guys, just about to finish up on the Oilseed Radish part of it. As you can see, I'm planting more of the grass and the actual road than I am the field right now, but that's the way this field works out with this planter. So there we go, that is done. We shall wait on the Oilseed Radish right here to grow. It should only take, I think I figured like 5.5 hours in game, or 4.5 hours in game, something like that, so it shouldn't take too long. I'll be doing other things. You will never even notice. It will be snap of the fingers, and we'll be right back to plant the canola on the Oilseed Radish. And then show you here, the field is planted. Let me find it again. There we go. I mean plowed. So there we go. It's plowed and fertilized. So that's good to go. And I'm going to fast forward time, and then we're going to plant some canola. All right. There we go. Got that going. I'm going to go ahead and slow down time. We're going to plant some canola over the top of the Oilseed Radish here, as you can tell. So we get that going. When that gets close to done, I'll check back in. Alright, we just finished up. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward time, and we will do the weeder and fertilizer and see where that gets us. I'm going to fertilize all 3 stages, so you'll see each piece of that. And the weeder at the beginning, the first stage as well, so I'm going to go ahead and grab this and take it over there. But either way, uh-oh. Then back up. There we go. Either way, you will get to see all the stages of everything happening here. So, I will be waiting on things to grow. Alright. We're going to stop time here from the 120 times. And as you can see, we're in our first stage. As you can tell, the dirt is a light color. Now it is a dark color, so we are laying down our first layer of fertilizer. And as soon as I get done with the fertilizer, I'm going to grab the weeder. And we're going to do that too. So we will do a comparison from step 3 to step 4, step 2 to step 3 with the weeder. But overall, we'll get to see if it helps out any at all. Because the first step, remember, there's nothing nothing on the field at all. So either way, I should be done with this in just a second. And we'll get to see our results. I think I'm actually, man, I hate doing this in the dark. I feel like I'm wasting fertilizer here when I do this. This should only take 3 passes, and yep, there's my line right there in front of me. So I could have done way more that second pass there. All right, I'm gonna get on over here. I just don't want to miss any. You know what I mean? I want the whole field done, so I don't want to miss any of it like that. I missed that first spot there. I may go back and get that, but realistically, you're gonna miss some of them anyway. So we may just go with it. It's just one little corner. You can see it's getting it here. You can barely tell the difference, but it's there. So we're gonna go back with the weeder right after this. My only thought is, like, why would they put the weeder in the game and say that it improves the field quality if it doesn't help at all? Like, the Farm Simulator is not known for putting things in the game that doesn't help if they say it helps. So that's what I'm thinking here. Is it might actually improve. I'm gonna drop this guy right here. I do have a place for everything. I sold all my sheds just because I didn't feel like I need them. but at the same time, I feel like it keeps your equipment from degrading as quickly. And I think they actually do. It's like having them underneath something keeps them from degrading as quickly. So I may buy some more. There was one right here next to us, that dirt plot there. So I may go buy some more and just put them back up. But either way, I'm gonna run the weeder over this, and as you can see, it doesn't change the texture or anything of the dirt itself. So you got to kind of keep up with where you're at here, or you'll go over the same spot 100 times. But either way, I'm gonna do this and then let it hit the second growth stage, and we'll do the fertilizer over again. Just about to the end of the weeder section here. We are using the 12-meter wide working width weeder without the fertilizer on it. I have to fertilize separately. Just about done with this. We're gonna accelerate time again and let it go to the second growth stage and see and do fertilizer again, and then the third growth stage, fertilizer again. Then we'll harvest and see what we get. And I hope these videos really help you guys out, because these take forever to do. I mean, these are the longest ones I do. There's the most editing, most time consuming. The Oilseed Radish video that I put out just over a week ago is probably my highest viewed video, which is great. I am a very, very small channel, brand new to YouTube. So for me, having a video hit almost 400 views in a week is amazing. I am super happy. I thank you guys more than you could ever know for viewing that video and for sharing it around and helping everybody else that might have had a problem figuring out what they needed to do different to get a better yield from their crop. And this video is even more in-depth, so I really hope this one helps out. Again, these take me forever to do, so if they're helping you guys out, please let me know with just a like. I mean, you don't have to comment, just hit that like button. That's all you gotta do. I will keep doing these AB videos if that be the case. We're gonna go ahead and accelerate time and see what we get. No, we won't see what we get. We gotta fertilize the second stage growth and third. Then we'll see what we get. Second growth stage enabled. There we go. Alright, we're gonna fertilize this. And as you can tell, the front is light colored, the back is dark colored. We are fertilizing, and we're getting all the way over to the edge here, you can see. So this should be a very nice yield, just if nothing else because of the fertilizer and the plow alone. I'm trying to get lined up here. This should only take me 3 passes. I don't like wasting fertilizer. It's expensive. So when you're trying to build your game up, that's the last thing you want to do is waste. And I think I'm getting it all. I am. It's hard to see at night. It should be the last time we have to do this at night, unless the third step falls in the same time here. So maybe it won't. Maybe I can get it to where everything falls during the day. That'd be nice. But see, am I missing any over there? A little bit. Back to here. There we go. Alright. There we go. Second stage is almost done. Wait on the third growth stage. And then we can harvest and see what our yield is. And then we'll do it one more time without the weeder. Alright guys, there you go. There's the canola in the third stage. It's got the beautiful yellow tops. Still going to be really hard to see our fertilizer, but you can tell the ground is light underneath and that it is dark behind the tractor. So that's a good indication. I'm going to have to guess at this. If you're on PC, there is a mod for a GPS, but I don't think it's in the mod section. I think you might have to go to an external site to get it. I have been looking for it because it lines you up in the field perfectly so that there is no waste. And I'm just going to go right here. And if I have to go over it a 4th time, that is fine, but I do not want to miss any, and I don't want to waste it either, so I'm guessing that right about here is pretty close. You can almost see a line over there. But this should be pretty close to where I need to be. I might have to hit it a 4th time, but that's okay too. We can do that. No big deal. There we go. Let's see our line here, right here on the edge. That's got it. We're gonna stay here, and we'll have to come back over one more time for the outside. That's okay. Need to do it for this video. And again, without the GPS mod, it's kind of hard to tell where you're at when you're in this canola, because all you can see is the top of the plant. So one more time here, and we should be good. Gonna quickly hit this outside piece here, and I will speed time up, and we will harvest and see what we get out of it. Alright, ready to do a harvest on step 2, which is the Oilseed Radish fertilizer plow and the weeder. Let's say weed eater, but we didn't weed eat anything. This is the step with all 3 growth processes fertilized. The first step was none of them, not plowed, no Oilseed Radish. The only fertilizer we used was in the original planting of it, because I have the combo planter fertilizer. So. But this is with everything. This is with all 3 stages fertilized, the oilseed radish in the beginning, and using the weeder on the first growth stage. So this is going to be a big one. This should be a huge jump from nothing to everything being used. So nothing being used and then to everything being used. This should be a huge jump in crop yield. So can't wait to see. Okay, here we go. Looks like we got a full grain tank, and it was not quite the outcome I expected, to be fair. I guess I need to get under this thing, don't I? There we go. Not quite the outcome I expected. I expected to be a lot higher yield than that. This was a plowed field, and fertilizer used on all 3 stages, oilseed radish used, and the weeder used. So kind of confused on what happened there. We'll let this thing go ahead and get the rest of this, and we'll get an actual count. This should be 8,600. And we'll go ahead and follow it up here to get an actual a correct count and see how much more we're getting. Yeah, I honestly thought the yield would be a lot higher than that. I'm not sure why it's not. Really have no clue, to be honest with you. Which I guess 7269 was our last one, so you know, almost 2,000 more is not bad at all. So that's 9,078. Go ahead and screenshot that guy. Write that number down real quick. Yeah, so 9,078. That's a significant increase, I guess. I thought it would be closer to like 11,000, but I guess almost a 2,000 difference is pretty good in the grand scheme of things here. So, all right, well, I'm gonna put this guy back over here, and we're gonna do this without the weeder this time. We're gonna do oilseed radish. The field is already fertilized and already plowed, so you can see it doesn't need plowing. It's not fertilized; it's about to be though when I plant. So. Here's the oilseed radish going down. I'm going to get this guy out of the way, and we'll see what happens. Alright guys, the oilseed radish is down, and we're going to wait on it to grow. And then we're going to fertilize 3 times, and we're going to harvest with no weeder involved and see if that makes any difference at all. I don't think it's going to, honestly. And if it does, it may not be a big enough difference to matter. So we will find out. Here we go guys with the first fertilizer. Hopefully I can hit this in one go here and get the whole field done in 3 little swipes. This is stage 1, growth stage 1 of the last step that we're doing to compare. So I'm pretty happy about it. I am now in hour 5 of trying to do this, so hopefully we'll have some results soon. And a final thought, and we'll find out whether or not the weeder actually helps you, so stay tuned. Once again, this is our stage 2 of our last step. We're gonna go ahead and throw the fertilizer down, wait on stage 3. I just like to update you guys so you know exactly what I'm doing, when and where. There are no tricks, there are no smoke and mirrors. This is simply me cutting all the waiting out and doing the task at hand. So, stage 2 about to be complete of step 3. So, get this done, we'll wait on stage 3, and we'll finally find out what kind of yield we get for our hard work on fertilizing and weeding and not weeding and plowing and not plowing, and we should have a really good idea of what you can do to increase your crop. Growth stage 3 in step 3. This is the one I've been looking for. This is no weeder, but we are using oilseed radish and fertilizing all 3 stages. And just for reference, I will show you that plant withering is off because I'm playing by myself and I tend to not get to all my fields. But periodic plowing is on. That's after every 3 harvests. Fertilizer states are in 3. So just so you know, we do have to fertilize after each growth state. So, or stage, whatever. Trying to find my old tracks here. Even if this, what's the deal? There we go. Oh, it was on the tractor. Even if this grows before daylight, I'm probably gonna wait to harvest it during the daylight because it's kind of hard to see at night on stream or on recording, whichever. So I am going to wait until daylight, even if it grows before then. So we're waiting on the ability to harvest at this point. So back up here and get straight. Be my last run through. Yep, light's going all the way to the edge of the field. That looks good. All right, we're waiting on a harvest. Guys, it's grown, as you can see. We're gonna go ahead and start the harvest, and I'm gonna skip to daylight, just so it's a little easier and see a little better. I mean, it's okay. You can still see fine, but it's not like daylight. I'm gonna start the harvest here. If we do get a stopping point, I will show you that, and then we'll continue to the end. All right, full grain tank at about the same place as using the weeder. I'm starting to think that maybe using the weeder helps you not have to plow after every 3 harvests. I'm going to save that for a later video if we don't get an increase in crop yield. I'll do a completely separate video on that. That's going to take a lot longer than this one, I think. So, but either way, here we go. This is our first unload. Should be 8,600 or 8,599. One or the two. You see how much we've got left? Not a whole lot. So I'm going to probably just wait it out and go ahead and turn around and follow him on down and give my final analysis of our trial and error crop yield here. So far, this is what I'm thinking, because it looks like we're going to be pretty close to the exact same. I'm thinking that that's what it is. The weeder actually does nothing except keep the field from having to be plowed every 3 harvests. That's exactly what it's looking like. Our last one was 9078, so if we're within 50 of that, then that's what it's going to be. Anything left in this guy here? Go check. Nothing in here. Okay. Then move this guy out of the way. Go back into here. 9082. So we're within, what is that, 4? Yeah, we're within 4 liters with the weeder and without the weeder. So that's what I'm thinking. There is our analysis done. Let's review one last time. So no plow, fertilizer, or weeder, or oilseed radish being used. We got 7269. The second trial was with the oilseed radish, fertilizer, plow, weeder. We fertilized on every stage of growth, from planting to first growth stage. We've fertilized a total of 4 times. And then the last time we did it here, we did not use the weeder, but repeated everything from step 2. And that was the difference. It was 9082. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There is the complete analysis breakdown of using oilseed radish plowing and all fertilizer stages, and using the weeder and without the weeder. So the weeder is useless to me because I don't mind plowing. If this only extends it by 1, it's not worth having. So I'm going to go ahead and sell that until I find differently. I'm not going to be using the weeder. So it should get me back barely into the positive. This was an extremely long process. I hope that some of you guys get some use out of it. I hope it helps you out in some way. I hope it answers some questions you may have had. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Leave a like, comment below if it helps you out, or if you need anything else done, let me know. Definitely, if it helped you out, leave a like, because that helps me out. Thank you so much for watching. Later, everybody.